Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are fine. Today we have our topic pharmacovigilance. And before going to the pharmacovigilance detail, I have a statement that is the best expression of pharmacovigilance. Dying from a disease is sometimes unavoidable because disease can cause death. But dying from a medicine is unacceptable because medicine is formed to treat the disease, to save the patient. So it is unacceptable that the death occurred due to use of medicine. Pharmacovigilance is basically related to the drug safety, and it is comprised of two words, pharmakon, from a Greek word that means drug, and vigilare from Latin word means to keep watch. Pharmacovigilance is defined as it is the science and activities relating to detection, assessment, understanding, prevention of adverse effects, and any other drug-related problem. So we can say that pharmacovigilance is the science and activities relating to the collection of adverse effect, monitoring of adverse effect, researching the adverse effect, assessing the adverse effect, and evaluating the adverse effect. What are the aims and scope of pharmacovigilance? It includes patient care. It aims to improve the patient care and safety in relation to the medicines and all medical and paramedical interventions. It also aims to improve public health and safety in relation to the use of medicines. Importantly, risk and benefit assessment. There should be least risk and higher effects of medicine to use in the public for the treatment of disease. So it contributes to the assessment of benefit, harm, effectiveness, and risk of medicines. Communication. It also aims to promote the education and clinical trainings, and also to promote rational and safe use of medicine. Rational use of medicine means the patient receives the medicine that is appropriate to their clinical need. Why the pharmacovigilance is so important? To understand this, we have a historical background of pharmacovigilance, where the need of pharmacovigilance is clearly exhibited. In 1922, jaundice associated with the use of sulgarasan is come to express in the public, and it is an organic arsenical which is used in the treatment of syphilis. Another drug, that is elixir of sulfonamide. In 1937, in USA, 107 people died because of having this elixir of sulfonamide, which is a raspberry flavored antibiotic syrup, and it contained solvent diethylene glycol. So the establishment of Food and Drug Administration was given the task of ensuring the safe use of medicines before marketing. Whenever a new drug comes, so it should be evaluated before marketing regarding its safety. Another disaster which occurred in 1960. It is the disaster of thalidomide, which caused deformities of limbs in newborn babies. Historical background also reflecting the thalidomide disaster, which is in 1960, the thalidomide is marketed in 46 countries for the prevention of nausea in pregnant women, and thousands of congenital deformities occurred in the infant which was born and was exposed to thalidomide. And because of this drug, phocomelia occur, and phocomelia means hypoplastic and aplastic limb deformities. Hypoplastic means lack of cells, and aplastic limb deformities is reflecting the dysfunctioning of that part limbs in the newborn babies. So the thalidomide incident led to the public outcry to the institution of all around the world of drug regulatory authorities to the development of a much more sophisticated approach to the preclinical testing and clinical evaluation of the drug before marketing, and to a greatly increased awareness of adverse effect of the drug and the method to detect such adverse drug reactions. So, WHO pilot research project for the international drug monitoring was held in 1968 because of such historical disasters. That's why the need of pharmacovigilance was greatly recognized. The need of pharmacovigilance is because of the following points: humanitarian concern, safe use of medicines, and also because the adverse drug reactions are expensive, and promoting rational use of medicine and adherence, ensuring public confidence, and it's also important for ethical concern. Humanitarian concern. As animal toxicological studies are not the good predictor or indicator for human effects. Although these studies are important, but these are not the good predictor for human effects. And evidence of safety from clinical trial is also insufficient due to some limitations. What are such limitations? Because from phase 1 to phase 3, pre-marketing studies, where limited size of population are utilized, narrow population regarding age and gender, narrow indications, for example, specific disease, and it's also related to the short duration study. So these limitations are not allowing a good indicator to assess the adverse drug reactions. Safe use of medicines. So it is also suggested that adverse drug reaction may cause several deaths per year in UK. That is 5,700 deaths per year was reported in 2004, and adverse drug reaction were supposed to be 4th to 6th commonest cause of death in US. Adverse drug reactions are expensive. Why? Because as reported, 6.5% of admission in the hospital are due to adverse drug reaction, and the annual dollar costs in the billions. promoting rational use of medicine. Rational use of medicine is rational use of medicine means the patient receives the drug that is appropriate to their clinical need. Such system of pharmacovigilance or improved system of pharmacovigilance is important to promote the rational use of medicine. It also ensures the public confidence because because of medicine is really unacceptable. It is also important for ethical concern as to know something about a drug that is harmful to another person. So if someone not make him or her aware, so it is unethical. So it is also related to the ethical concern. As far as responsibility is concerned, so it is important for it is responsible for timely collection of the data, recording, and notifications. It is also responsible for appropriate assessment, whether completion of the data and the seriousness of adverse drug effect. It is also responsible for expedited as soon as possible collection of the data and periodic reporting of adverse drug effect. It also creates appropriate structure for communication to avoid adverse drug effect and to detect and to prevent them. What are basically adverse drug reactions? And before going to this definition of adverse drug reaction, first we have to see the related term, that is side effect and adverse event. Adverse effect. Before going to adverse effect, we have two related terms, that is side effect and adverse event. Side effect is basically unintended effect of pharmaceutical product that is occurring at doses normally used in human, and it is pharmacologically related to the drug. Maybe nausea, bleeding, headache, and muscle pain. It can be. Whereas adverse event is untoward medicinal occurrence that may be present during the treatment with any pharmaceutical product, and it does not necessarily have the causal relationship with this treatment. Now come to the adverse drug reaction. What does it mean and how can we define it? It is a response to the drug that is noxious. Noxious means that is harmful, unpleasant, and it is unintended that occurs at doses which is normal, and it is used for maybe for prophylaxis, diagnosis, or the treatment of disease, or for the modification of physiological function. This definition thus excludes overdose, drug abuse, treatment failure, and drug administration errors. The importance of pharmacovigilance is also reflected by the epidemiology of adverse drug reactions, and the substantial morbidity and mortality is related, or it can be varied with the study methods and the population, which population is associated with the adverse drug reactions, or which population reporting or having such adverse drug reaction. It can be varied depending on the population and study methods. Adverse drug reaction can cause the death and it is fourth to sixth leading cause of death among the hospitalized patients. Different studies also reporting the incident of adverse drug effect. Analysis of 25 different studies exhibited 4.2 to 6% admission in hospital were due to the incident of serious adverse drug reactions. US study also demonstrated that 6.7% incident of adverse drug effects were reporting, and out of which 0.3% was found to be fatal. An annual dollars cost in the billions. 30 to 60% of the adverse drug reaction are preventable. So if the good strategies of reduction in assessment and prevention of adverse drug reaction are there, so these adverse drug reaction can be prevented. 14 Australian studies showed, which was conducted in 1988 to 1996, that 2.4 to 3.6% drug-related hospital admissions was there, and a few studies, very few studies for epidemiology of adverse reaction are reported from India, and it is demonstrated that 22.3% of adverse drug reaction to the patient, including both inpatient and outpatient, are associated with this severity of the adverse drug reactions. There are many studies reporting from different areas of the world, and these knowledge are accumulating to demonstrate that adverse drug reactions constitute a considerable burden to the society, relating to both regarding to their financial effect and also in terms of the human sufferings. These adverse drug effects can be classified depending on different scenarios, and we can also classify the adverse drug reaction based on the severity of adverse drug reactions. That includes minor, moderate, severe, and lethal. In case of minor adverse drug reactions, there is no need of therapy, treatment, antidote, or hospitalization. No requirement. Maybe there is no requirement to hospitalize the patient, and patient can cure. In case of moderate adverse drug reactions, it may require hospitalization and may require the change of the drug or specific treatment. Patient can hospitalize temporarily and cure. Whereas in case of severe adverse drug reactions, potentially life-threatening effects occur, and there can be permanent damage to the organ, and prolonged hospitalization is required to save the patient life. And the last one is lethal adverse drug reactions, which indicate that patient death occur maybe directly or indirectly. So this is all about today's lecture, and inshallah we will continue our topic in the next class. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.